Oh, hello Internet. I didn't see you there. We're in the club this morning. It's a pretty cold morning. Just had some porridge. So we've decided to do some arrow tuning. What we're going to be doing, we're going to be shooting two 400 spine timber stick arrows. Now these are full length shafts, so what we're going to do, we're going to shoot these and see which way they hit the target, whether they're weak or stiff. And what we're looking for a weak arrow, and then we're going to trim bits off till it becomes stiff and shootable. So let's give that a go. I can see instantly that they're knock left, so that means they're weak. We're after a weak shaft. Yeah, both of those are knock left, so that means they're weak. So let's come down, let's grab those, see what we can do. Right, so what we're going to do, what I've done is one of these, I've flipped it over. So the knock end is at the what would normally be the point end. So we're going to trim from that end. It just makes things a little bit easier. So pop that knock out. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take off probably increments of about ½ an inch to start with, till hopefully that arrow will stiffen up and hit the target straight. So what we got here. Safety first. Taken off ½ an inch. You see that there is a difference in the shafts there. So let's shoot them and see how they compare. This is the shorter of the two. Okay, we've still got a knock left reading, so that's still a weak shaft. But not quite as weak as that one. So we're on the right track. So let's rinse and repeat and try and get this arrow coming out beautifully. So you can see we've chopped a little bit more off those. And what's actually happening is as an arrow gets shorter, it gets stiffer. Yeah, let's give those a go. See how they fly. This is the uncut shaft again, just to compare. This is the shorter shaft. That's straightening up quite nicely. So you can compare the two there. There's a fair bit of difference. I think you'll agree that's relatively straight. That one is at an angle, but I think what we'll do, I'll shoot this one again a few more times just to make sure that I'm being consistent. I think it can afford to lose another few sort of maybe another ½ of an inch or something. But I'm going to shoot it again and we'll see how it goes. So this is the stiffer shaft. This is the longer, weaker shaft. It's still a little bit knock left, so that does suggest it's still a little bit weak. So I'm going to trim another ½ inch off there and see where we go. As you can see, there's a fair bit of difference now in the shaft. So we'll just take another ½ of an inch off, and we'll shoot it, and we'll see. Hopefully, it will come out perfectly straight, and then we're done. Coming out not too bad at all, I think. Let's try. Let's put this one down just to compare the two. Let's go and check those out, and hopefully that should be it. Relatively straight. If anything, I might have gone a bit too far, but I think what we're going to do now, I'm just going to shoot this one a few times consecutively, just to sort of build up a bit of consistency, and hopefully that's me done then. That can be fletched up, and the rest of the arrows can be cut to that size, and you've got a set of arrows that's tuned for your bow. I mean, it's very important to have your arrows matched to your bow. I mean, it's so easy to put a big feather on it, lets you shoot a wider spine range, but if those feathers ever get damaged or you lose some feathers, that arrow is not going to fly very nice at all. Where if it's tuned properly, it's going to fly really nice no matter what happens to the feathers. So yeah, hope you found that useful. Take care, we'll see you soon. Bye bye. Hello. Just before we get to the end card and you can listen to the lovely music of the Inked Archer, there's just something I wanted to say. And I wasn't planning on making this video the other day, but I was just doing some bear shaft tuning, and Percy insisted I recorded our findings. So my apologies if it was a tiny bit disjointed, but there was something I wanted to add, and I just wanted to explain why the arrow does what the arrow does during a bear shaft test. And it's quite simple. What happens is, what you need to do, you need to before you select in your arrows, you need to work out what rough spine range you're going to look at. This is a 500 no, this is a 400 spine, and what you're looking there's a chart. Gold Tip do a chart, Eastern do a chart, and you basically work out what poundage your bow is compared to your draw length, and that should give you a rough idea of what spine range you're after. The bows I tend to shoot tend to be around the sort of 400, 500 spine range. This is a 400. And what you're looking for a weak arrow. So what indicates a weak arrow is when it hits the target, the nock is left. And the reason for why it's left is when all the power from a bow is coming from the strings, coming from here, it's pushing the bow. And what the arrow wants to do, it wants to bend around the riser. So as it starts to paradox, it bends around the riser this way. And now what's happening, if the arrow is too weak, it bends round, it's not stiff enough to flex back the other way to get into the paradox and go straight. So it'll flex this way, go to the right, and it'll fly through the air like this, not strong enough to bring itself back straight. So that's when it hits the target, the nock is left. And it's the opposite with a stiff arrow. If the arrow comes out stiff, it comes around and bends, but it's very stiff, so it flexes back the other way, and the opposite happens. It hits the target with the nock right. Obviously, if you're left-handed, it's reversed. So I hope that comes across. But yeah, I just wanted to explain what we're looking for when we say the arrow is hitting nock left or it's hitting nock right. So a weak shaft, which is what you want to start with, when you first start out, if you shoot it and the arrow is nock right, it's no good. And if it's a full length shaft, that is too stiff. You want to go for you want to get something that instantly comes out weak, and the more you take off the arrow, the shorter it becomes, the stiffer it becomes, till it comes perfectly straight. Well, I hope that has cleared a few things up for you. I'm sorry if I've rambled on, but thank you very much for watching. I've recently just gone over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I still get every time I get an email telling me I've got a new subscriber, I get really excited. So thank you so much for all your support and all your kind words. But yeah, anyway, back onto the end card with the music from the Inked Archer. So thanks for watching. Take care. Shoot straight.